Hey guys, KB here. I'm making this video as kind of the final video on this channel for the year before I go on a hiatus for Christmas. So I just want to talk about how this year was for me. Last year, I ended up dropping out of a game design campus that I was studying at due to my own incompetence and my bad habits of getting sidetracked. And this year, I wanted to try and ease my mind more and focus more on myself, despite my attempts to try and get back into creating. But even then, this year was just so bad for me. It did start when I had a massive argument with my mother, which led to me moving out of her place and with my dad instead. And I'm in a long process of making myself fully independent rather than solely relying on her. I did later reconcile this year with her, and any bad blood with my mother isn't there right now. Granted, I feel I needed to leave my mother's place as I felt I needed to give myself more sound of mind. I'm glad that my dad allowed me to stay with him for the time being, as he has been nothing but patient with me. I am grateful that he is helping me get on my feet and also helping me feel more independent of myself and not having to entirely rely on others. I also am going to talk about something that happened a while back, so I would like to talk a bit about this as it didn't help me with how bad I was feeling this year. As some of you may remember, there was the whole controversy where I was involved with, where Lumi Toffee was at odds with a friend of mine being Resprune. Right now, I'm in good speaking terms with Lumi, and they have also made up with Resprune as well. I would also like to mention that there was somebody known as Plum Pudding who was also part of said controversy, and it was shown that she was blatantly defending Shotacon. If anybody is familiar with the term, you should know what that is, and because of what happened there, I, alongside Saf and Resprune, cut her off, because it was just unacceptable. Looking back, I honestly just regret defending her in my initial statement, and thus, I apologize for doing so. I know I brought it up on a community note, but I'm just saying it for the sake of clarity. I will not defend Shotacon at all, as her trying to justify it is unacceptable. I also regret defending her when she was accused of being a transphobic, which, if anybody knows me, you would see that as very out of character for me, and again, I regret defending her. I never knew she was into Shotacon until she herself said so. This is just for the sake of clarity. And right now, I think it's time to address the elephant Luigi in the room. For those who don't know, Ouija Pie was exposed again for trying to once again get with an underage girl. And there's actual recordings about him trying to guilt the victim. I'll leave a link to Hushmush's thread in the description if you want to see, as I really can't be bothered to explain in great detail right now. But I feel more people should be made aware of this considering his history. I know I said I wouldn't bring him up again, but I feel the need to at least mention it. It was also brought to my attention by Lumi that Ouija Pie himself was shit-talking me, and he had choice words to say about yours truly. And Lucas, I know you'll likely be seeing this. And yes, I saw the messages. Remember when I said I was going to stop talking about you? I actually meant it. And I know you saw my videos on you. And I'm being honest here, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I know for a fact you think shit I said when I was 18 and clearly didn't know any better with dumb shit I said is an automatic gotcha against me. But here's the thing. I didn't groom a 12-year-old into trying to meet up at a hotel for babysitting. I've said what I needed to say about you, and I really didn't want to keep talking about you, but you clearly just wanted to keep talking about me just because you're upset I was one of the many former associates of yours that turned against you the moment the allegations came out. If anything, it makes you sound like I live rent-free in your head. This is literally a pattern of behavior. You get exposed for doing some bad shit, your ego can't handle it, and thus, you have to dig up some dirt on the people who talk bad about you. And you have to try and frame it as if it makes you look better. It's a clear attempt to try and make yourself look like a saint in comparison. It's textbook manipulation. So, as I said before in my older video, keep my goddamn name out of your fucking mouth. Apologies for the side tangent, but I needed to get that off my chest. Aside from that shit show, all I really felt this year was a sense of loneliness and isolation. I don't want to make things look all dim and gloom. And if you don't care about that, feel free to stop watching right now if you don't want to hear it. This year was where I felt emotionally at my worst. I felt a severe case of depression for a long while now, and it hasn't gone away. And this year, I really felt on my worst with it. It actually got to the point where I didn't take my prescribed medication regularly, and I believe it just made things all the more worse. Even stuff I would think would be exciting to do just end up not being fun. Couple that with how projects I was or am involved with are either cancelled or in an uncertain future, and how I feel I just can't pursue what I want to do, being to create or help create games and or fan games, and how often I felt alone, and how I felt that those who once followed or interacted with me just stopped interacting with me. It just felt like I had nobody to talk to, and my Twitter addiction just did not help with that. Despite the fact I tried leaving before, I just keep coming back, and this year, I really said to myself that I may need to leave the account inactive and just stop tweeting altogether just because of how much it was ruining my mental health. Couple that with real world issues becoming a game of morality, and how people are stuck in a you're either with us or against us mentality, alongside how American politics are seeping into every facet of the internet, and the real world in many cases, including my own country. And you got a recipe on how to turn some autistic ADHD riddled 20-year-old who plays Minecraft into a sad doomer that can't even build a decent looking dirt hut anymore. And I want to move away from that. I'll be frank, I have always been very addicted to internet culture, YouTube specifically, and right now, YouTube has just become another one of those social media sites that has become increasingly hostile from the user base. I don't like how this is becoming the norm on the internet, and I really wish to focus on real life stuff while doing creative things on YouTube as a side thing. I am happy that some of my videos did get attention this year, and by and large, it did feel like my voice just wasn't being heard, and I just felt the most alone. As a kid, I always tried to mimic what other people did because I wanted to be seen by more people, but I also didn't like attention as well, as I felt too shy to talk to people sometimes unless I was passionately talking about something. I don't plan on making YouTube my full-time job right now. This channel is not monetized, and right now I don't plan on doing any form of monetization. I don't plan on doing any memberships or taking any sponsorships or any of that. I simply just wish to make things when I feel like it. I honestly just wish I could return to a simpler time in my life where I was more into FNAF content rather than seeing what the current politics are like. But that's what age does to you. You end up missing older times, even if they weren't that good. And please don't take that the wrong way, FNAF fans. I'm one of you, don't worry. So, yeah, overall, this year has been shit. But I've been through the most amount of shit that I could have been in this year, and I really am glad there are still people in my life that at least gave me some sense of sanity. And also, speaking of FNAF, I do have plans for FNAF-related content in the future, but I'll talk about that at a later time. So if you're curious, be sure to check out the main channel. I'm sure you can at least guess what I'll be referring to, but I'll be doing stuff related to it in the future. So thank you for listening, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas. See ya. Bye.